Diana B. Comedy. Welcome your new comedian, Diana.
Hey, I am so happy to be back here. I took a little break from Hamilton because it scares me. I left my house, so just piggybacking on Madhu, I was diagnosed with ADHD about 4 years ago, and I always tell people it's not cute. It's not as fun as people think it is. Like, for example, today, I left my house to perform in front of people in my friggin' Crocs. These are not supposed to be out in public. I apologize in advance for you having to look at this footwear. However, on a brighter note, I did recently celebrate a milestone anniversary with my husband. It was our 5 years divorce. Thank you very much. Now, some people think that I'm bragging about a failed marriage, but we were married 25 years. Hello, 25 years. How many of you in here are married 25 years? I say that was actually quite successful, even by a criminal standard, right? We both lived out our life sentence. I like to think that I finally got out for good behavior, and that he was lucky to get out alive. We did, though, have a very amicable divorce. And for those of you who are not familiar with that term, that is the most passive-aggressive of all of the divorces. And I did learn that I'm a petty bitch through that divorce, because he asked me if I would give up my last name and go back to go back to my maiden name. And even though I had been considering doing that, because he asked, I've decided I'm gonna die with this fucking name. And not only that, but I was on the dating apps, and as other people have told you, it doesn't always go great. So I thought to myself, you know, Diana, you've always enjoyed lesbian porn. And I did, thank you. Faye likes that one. And I did actually, it was something I had always had on my mind. So I did date a woman for a year. I met a wonderful woman. We dated for a year. And things got so serious, we started talking about marriage. And I talked her into taking my last name if that happened. Yeah. Now, one thing that I do want to say is I was married for a really long time. We started dating when I was 18. We were married by 22. When I got off the apps, I had never dated an adult before. And I had heard of this little app called Plenty of Fish. Yeah, I heard a deep breath. Nobody told me that the fish are the clownfish and the bottom feeders. But I did meet a guy, and I thought things were going to go great. He asked me to meet him at a Tim Hortons in Burlington. And I thought, ooh, Burlington, you know, Toronto's rich cousin, Oakville taxes, Hamilton views. This is going to be fun. I met him. He showed up. He showed up in a car. He was well dressed, he smelled good, and I thought, ooh, this might be the one, right? Like, he smelled good, the whole works. It was a little weird that he wanted to go drive-through, though, right? And I thought, okay, that's a little odd, and I watched enough Law and Order to know that Stabler and Benson would not approve of me getting into a strange car, so we didn't do that. But he did say he had a little bit of anxiety, the Tim Hortons was full, so we should sit outside on the curb. Which we did. While we were there, he said to me, you know, I've got this talent where I can tell the size of a person's foot just by looking at it. You see, you are much more worldly than I am. I had been married 25 years. I didn't know any difference. I thought, sure, why not? I slide up my foot. I put it out like this. He goes, 7.5. I thought, ooh, maybe he is the one. Look how talented he is. The bar's very low. But he actually had cupped my heel and my calf, and I thought, okay, this is a little weird. And while I'm trying to figure out why he's not letting go of my foot after he told me the size, and I'm thinking, he puts the foot right in his mouth. Like deep, tongue between the toes, kind of in my mouth. And at this point, my brain is just going, and I'm thinking, okay, is this just the foot fetish? I don't kink shame, but is this just the foot fetish? Or is he having like a taste test Dahmer style, right? And you know, as a woman, you're kind of afraid, right? Because my friends are like, you should have kicked him in the face. I'm like, I don't know what level of crazy this is, right? But he must have seen the look of panic on my face, because he kind of stopped and looked at me and said, is this too much? To which I said, yes, it's a little intimate for a first date. And so he gave me my foot back. And I learned two very important things that night. One is Having my feet licked in a parking lot in Burlington is not my kink. And number 2, that the foot fetish is not a red flag, but me accepting a date at Tim Hortons from a guy on Plenty of Fish definitely is. I've been Diana Barbosa, thank you.
Give another round of applause, guys. That was a great set. How we doing tonight, guys? How's the audience doing? Good? Having a great time? You guys enjoying yourself? That's good to hear. That's a lot of beer on that table. Oh. You really must be enjoying yourself. All right. Yeah, all right, it's good to hear. I also love pornography, guys. It's an important admission to make. I think we all do. But you don't have OnlyFans, that's why you're mad. But I don't like just one kind of pornography. I like to move between different categories, right? Like I recently been getting into a category called BBW. You guys know what that is? BBW, yeah, it's bigger girls, curvy girls. I love BBW porn, but the only problem is it takes up too much space on my computer. These big ladies eat up all my data. End up with a big fat bill at the end of the month, guys. I really got to slim down on my consumption, right? But yeah, like I don't just stick with one category, like I said. I like to move between different ones. Typically, I like strong women. Not emotionally strong. I like to break my girl down mentally and emotionally. I mean physically strong. Like Miss Olympia. Because strong women give the best hand jobs. Have you ever had a really strong girl give you a hand job before? She will squeeze her dick and empty it like a tube of toothpaste, man. Put it in a headlock and shit, man. The best thing with strong women is they don't let a single drop of semen go to waste. Because every drop of semen is a tasty addition to a protein shake. Yes, she can. All right. All right, guys. But our next